After some hours, then I was laying in the bed. I came back. You will see things which are transformed. It's a different view, a different experience of our existence.
Wow.
Hello. Welcome. You thought the electric cafe was noisy? Look at this room.
It's humid and hot as well, not just noisy.
It is. We said Phone 1 is coming this summer. We fulfilled both promises. Well, Carl, I don't want to be the one starting off by asking a rudimentary question, but I absolutely must. Day's finally here. How are you feeling?
You know, it feels so unreal. 1.5 years ago, this was all just like words and ideas, and 1.5 years later, it's getting so real. It's finally launching. It's a very emotional day for me.
I'm pretty sure, and I'm really glad that you're keeping it together. We have a lot of people here who are waiting to speak to you. But, you know, I want to recap and throw back to one of the conversations that you and I were having about a week ago, where you said that building a smartphone is super complicated, and we were getting a little candid about the journey so far. And one thing really stuck out for me is when you said that it takes a village.
Yeah, it really does. It's such a complicated product. So we've been so lucky that we've had such great talent from all over the industry join us on this mission together. But do you know who the real unsung hero is? They're the family members.
Yeah.
The Nothing team has been working so hard, and the family members have been so supportive and understanding.
Well, thanks for acknowledging them. And here's a huge shout out to all the team members who couldn't join us in this room, but have our backs and managing the show behind the scenes. Carl, I can see a lot of eyes that kind of tell me that leave him alone so we can speak to him. So go ahead, do that. I'm going to bring people who are tuned in a behind the scenes look, because a lot of times when you watch these events, you always wonder what's going on. And I'm here to bring you a sneak peek. And speaking of that, Carl mentioned right at the beginning that we have a lot of friends and partners. Please welcome Emiliano, Senior Director at Qualcomm for Product Marketing. Emiliano, you've been working so closely with us from the very beginning. You've been an important partner in making this happen. But I don't want to be the one who assumes that everyone knows everything. So let's start off by introducing Qualcomm to the uninitiated. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yes. Let me tell you a bit about Qualcomm. So Qualcomm is doing low-power, high-performance solutions to enable a future where everything and everybody is intelligently connected. And you can find our technologies and innovations across many industries, and also in the devices that billions of people use every day.
All right, thanks for that quick tutorial and decoding for us what Qualcomm is. Now, I know that we've worked closely, and I don't know how many people actually know this, but Qualcomm worked with us closely at Nothing, and you specially fine-tuned the chipset for the Phone 1, which is the 778G Plus. It did not have the wireless charging and the reverse charging in the original chipset. Talk to us about that process.
Yes, you are correct. So basically, like Carl mentioned, Phone 1 is based on 778G Plus mobile platform. And we've been working with Team and Nothing to tune it and offer a right balance of performance and power so that people could get the most of it. And you will see it in the phone when you see it later, that is bringing really something new and different to the smartphone industry.
Well, thanks for doing that. And of course, people are going to see the phone. And for those who've tuned in, they're going to see that too. Let me now ask you, and that's probably a question that many of our media friends have. What's next for Nothing and Qualcomm? What are we working on?
So first of all, we're really happy to be here and to be part of Phone 1 launch event today. And really proud to have joined forces with Nothing to develop this product. So what's next? We look forward to see this device in the hands of consumers and can't wait to work with Nothing on the future projects.
Guys, I tried, but we didn't get much anyway. One last question, and then I promise I'm going to let you go. When was the last time you stepped out to a partner event without a tie?
Oh, actually, that's a good question. But, happy to be and to fit with this great event.
Thank you. Thanks for matching the vibe. I'm going to leave you to this and enjoy the show. Thanks, Emiliano. All right, guys. Now, if you're wondering where we are, this is the Design Hub. If you remember at the beginning of the year, we told you that we would be building a Design Hub right here in London and we will be investing in that. Well, that blueprint has come to life. And speaking of design, Tom, can I get you for one quick second? We have Tom with us, who's the head of design. Very familiar. We've seen you in our Nothing series. You've been very, very candid about the making of Phone 1. It's a complicated process, but if I were to ask you, what has been the hardest component for you to work on? What would you say that is?
I mean, actually, I think I would say it's probably the industry, everywhere you look, you're sort of being piped in one direction. But for some reason, we were crazy enough to wake up one day and sort of think that we wanted to do something very differently. And it turns out it's not that easy. But I'm really, really proud of the team that we have assembled, what we've been able to achieve in the last year. I think we have something really, really fun with the Glyph interface, and I think that's only a starting point for us. It's sort of like a platform that we can build on for a lot of years, so I'm super excited and proud of the team.
Well, thanks, Tom, for sharing that. And speaking of design, I mentioned to you that we have some friends from the media. There are, of course, partners here and some whose actual job is to critique us. And I have with me Jonathan from Wallpaper. Thanks for being here, Jonathan. I just spoke to Tom and he spoke about the Glyph interface. But I also believe that we told you during an interview exclusively that Phone 1's design was inspired by the New York subway maps. I'm so curious to know that what that entire incident was, and how did you react when you hear that for the first time?
Well, the New York subway map by Milton Friedman's a classic, design classic, very geometric shape, reducing a very complex system down to a very simple system. And I guess that sort of comes across in the design of the Glyph at the back here, which I think looks fantastic. It's a very sort of striking thing that you can get used to, and yeah, I've been using it a lot.
All right, thanks for sharing that, and enjoy the show. And I already see that you're on the device. Enjoy your time with Phone 1. And while I was speaking to Jonathan, I just spotted someone I didn't expect here to see. Emmanuel, thank you so much for being with us. For those of you who don't know you, why don't you quickly introduce yourself?
Hey, it's Emmanuel here, huge fan of the brand and an all-round supporter in general.
Well, thanks for saying that. And, we were, of course, expecting the tech lovers and the tech enthusiasts. But it's good to see that folks from other industries as well are interested in the brand, love what we do. What was your reaction when you saw Phone 1 for the first time?
I mean, I was amazed. Firstly, it looks good. And secondly, the fact that the design is a little bit more tailored to tech as opposed to just a design made me feel even more excited.
Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the show. Behind me, I do see Gareth. I'm going to talk to you for one quick second. Gareth is the CEO of O2. Gareth, we've of course joined forces in building this product together, and you're someone who knows a lot of our competitors as well, and you know the industry inside out. So let me ask you, when was the last time you saw this level of intrigue for a young brand that's just launching, the second product in the ecosystem and the first smartphone?
I think we're hugely excited as O2 to be involved in the Nothing launch. When you ask in terms of excitement, I've been in the industry for 20 plus years, and it'll be 15 years since I saw anything this exciting or this much interest, when probably the launch of the first smartphone, you might call it, in 2007 to now. I think Carl summed it up. He said the smartphone revolution has ended. Well, actually it hasn't. And this is what we're really excited about with Nothing.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And I guess, as we've said to you already, this is just the start of our journey. And speaking of the start of our journey, a partner all the way from India who's joined us, Ajay, thanks for being here with us. You partnered with us at a very early and a pivotal stage for our company. I was, of course, super curious to know that when big brands partnered with us, like Flipkart, what made you think that, Nothing is a company that I want to back and I partner with and join forces with?
First of all, congratulations to the Nothing team. I think this is not a launch of a product, it's a launch of a wave, an era. The technology products from today onwards will be very, very, very different. We started our journey almost 2.5 years back when we had our first conversation. One of the things that got Flipkart to where it is today, India is the largest consumer market in the world in terms of second largest for mobile phones. We listen to our customers and we listen to them hard. We go to them again and again. Over the last 3-4 years, there were 3 trends that we picked up which were completely unmet in the market. The first one, as the technology was becoming more complex, customers were asking for, they were literally crying out for simplicity. The second one was, as the price of products was going up, customers were saying, can you democratize premium experiences? The third one was, see, there's a term technology and then there's lifestyle technology. Consumers are using more and more technology products and they were literally asking and saying, can your products look beautiful? Can this be a beautiful part of my life instead of just a device to communicate, talk, hear, listen? And when we met Carl and the Nothing team, there was a very natural echo around these 3 pillars. We knew we were onto something and we knew Carl and team were onto something. I think the launch of first product, Nothing Year 1, further reinforced our belief. We are very, very excited to see the form factor, to experience the product. I'm very sure this product will change the way technology products are created from here on. Excited to be part of this journey.
Well, that makes the 2 of us. I think the same. And, we just spoke about the form factor. We've been talking about the design, and I have to bring Angelisa in because she and her team have been working on the Nothing OS. And we've been saying from the very beginning that we want the hardware and the software to speak the same language. Talk to us about the journey, what the past couple of months looked like for you. I know it's been a long, long road, but we're finally here. The products are out with everyone to check them out. And the OS is something that people have been talking about a lot as to how it's refined the Android experience completely.
Yeah, of course, today we are very proud to launch this product here. It has been a very intense, but also enthusiastic journey to see the phone coming alive, design iteration after iteration. And this is not the end because actually this is the beginning, because now through the mass usage of the phone, we can analyze the user feedback, we can do observation, and this can help us to improve the current experience and also can be the fertile base to shape the next Nothing OS. And also I want to take this opportunity to thank the community, because we engage a lot with them and the response has been amazing. We did a lot of surveys with them and they respond a lot of people responded to us in very few times. And so this pushes us to deliver the best and in our mission to deliver something different and a fresh air in the tech landscape.
Well, Angelisa, this is your moment. So enjoy. And of course, you have a lot of people to give you first-hand feedback. And you give me a great segue for someone who I want to speak next with, and that is someone from the community, someone who's backed us not just in spirit, but with your hard-earned money. Meg, welcome to Nothing event. And, I just want to know what made you think that, okay, I'm going to invest in this company.
So really happy to be here. I feel like I've always been really curious about Nothing and the fact that we can be part of a community, people who want to change technology in the future, and just being part of someone who's ready to change the game. So really excited to be here. The phone launch is amazing.
Well, enjoy your time at this show. And guys, I would love to continue this, but there is so much going on that I personally don't want to miss out on this action as well. It's been a long journey, but as we said, this is just the beginning. This is the real start of our journey. And I know I speak on behalf of the entire team. I hope you love the phone one as much as we do. It's been a long road, and as Carl said, it takes a village. You got a glimpse of that. There are more people upstairs. I'm going to go meet them. What an amazing day this has been. Thanks for making this happen and supporting us from the very beginning. I hope you continue to support us throughout this journey as well. With that, I would like to wrap. Goodbye, and it's time to make tech fun again.